Hey everyone, what is going on? So we have the meta guide. We have a meta guide for the new season. Today we're taking a look at the Open Great League. Yes, the Open Great League and the Great League Remix will be available for the first week of the new season. So I'm really excited. Season 11 hype. I thought last season was season 11. It was just called the interlude season. I thought this season was going to be season 12. I was wrong. This is season 11. But either way, yeah, no move updates, unfortunately. But it is what it is. We're going to move on from that. We're just going to be talking about the Great League and some of the best Pokemon, some of the best teams, some of the teams I personally had success with. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of these Pokemon. So for the S tier, we have Registeel. Registeel just got so good with Zap Cannon. It was good with Focus Blast and Flash Cannon, even better with Zap Cannon and Focus Blast. So such a great Pokemon. Yeah, definitely the best Pokemon in the meta. It's just so good. You know, it doesn't beat everything, of course. It's weak to fighting types, but it's just so good. Weak to ground types as well. And then we have Glory and Stunfisk. Stunfisk pretty much the same weaknesses. I mean, it's weak to fighting. It's weak to ground. It's a steel type. But it's a great Pokemon. It has Mud Shot, Rock Slide, and Earthquake. You all know about Glory and Stunfisk. I mean, you've seen it for so long now. Just such a great pick. Then we have probably the best fighting type in this meta, Medicham. So Medicham is great. Definitely one in XL1 if you happen to have it. I mean, if it's not fully XL'd, even if it's not XL'd at all, it will get the job done. But the XL1 level 50 gonna be so tanky. It's gonna be so strong. Then we have Walrein or Shadow Walrein, a really powerful Pokemon. That's why Arachnoid was created. I'm just kidding, but no, I mean it's a great Pokemon. Gets to those Icicle Spears. Ever since it got that Community Day, it gets to Icicle Spear so fast, doesn't it? But it's such a great Pokemon, right? Then we have Sableye, the purified one with Return. That's the one that I recommend. So Return, it could beat Pokemon it really you would not expect, like a Azumarill. It depends on like how XL'd it is. I have a pretty good XL'd one myself. But yeah, I mean, it also depends on shields. If they happen to shield a Foul Play, you're looking good. If they shield a Return, it'd probably be a little bit more difficult. But it can beat an Azumarill. I've beaten an Umbreon with Sableye, as crazy as it sounds, but it's happened. It's happened. So, great Pokemon, great safe swap. As long as they don't have a Charmander in the back, which Charmanders are not super common outside of Alolan Ninetales. They're really not that common in the Open Great League. So Sableye is a really great safe swap. Then we have the new Arachnoid, so I can't wait to try out this Pokemon myself. So Bug Bite, going to be doing really well against that Walrein because it resists Walrein's moves, all of them. And it is so thick. This Pokemon is so tanky. I have a rank 11 and it's just so tanky. It can take hits for days. So it's really good. I feel like people might try and build teams around this new Pokemon because it's probably going to be everywhere. I'm definitely going to be using it to start off the season when the new season begins. But yeah, such a great Pokemon and one to look out for. The A tier, we have Lickitung. Lickitung is a great Pokemon. I still don't have one. Lick, Body Slam, Power Whip. It's pretty spammy. It's really tanky, so it could do really well. Then we have another Ghost type. We have Trevenant. So Trevenant is a great Pokemon. It pairs well with Walrein. Just such a great Pokemon all around. Really fast, to be honest. Really powerful. Pretty squishy, but it's still really good. Then we have Scrafty. I still think Medicham a little bit better in the Open Great League. I like Scrafty a lot. Probably my favorite fighter for the Open Ultra League. But if we're talking Great League, it's still really good. I mean, I've used Scrafty quite a bit as well. Another great fighter for you. Then we have Swampert or Shadow Swampert. So fast with those Hydro Cannons, so powerful. Beats popular Pokemon like Registeel. Like Registeel, Galarian Stunfisk. It puts out so much damage. It's just such a good Pokemon. And then we have Nidoqueen or Shadow Nidoqueen. I think this fell out a little bit ever since Walrein became a thing because the ice types are just coming out way too fast for Nidoqueen, but it's still a great Pokemon that you can answer against Azumarill and even Registeel, which is the best Pokemon in this meta in my opinion because it double resists Zap Cannon, it resists Focus Blast, you have Earth Power, so a Shadow Nidoqueen going to be doing a lot to Registeel. And then Azumarill is good. I would say it bumped down a little bit. It used to be S tier in my opinion. It went down a little bit, but it's still really good. It's really good. You guys know, especially an XL1. I would recommend an XL1 if you happen to have one. Next up, we have the B tier. We have Bastiodon. Bastiodon is good. I know a lot of trainers don't like it. If you have an XL1, it is so thick. I'm not even joking. There's a lot of Pokemon that beat it, that absolutely destroy it. For example, Registeel, Galarian Stunfisk, Medicham. But it could do well against like that new Arachnoid because Smackdown is adding up. Yes, Arachnoid can take a lot of them, but at the end of the day, Bug Bite is not going to be doing anything. They have to go for Bubble Beam against Bastiodon, which is a weak move to begin with. It is super effective, but it's a weak move. But yeah, weak to Swamp It. Even Nidoqueen, because Nidoqueen with that Earth Power, right? So, if Bastiodon is a hit or miss, right? If it happens to pick up a really good matchup, let's say it's in the lead against an Altaria or a Flying type, it's really good. If it's up against a Fighting type, you have to flip switch. Bastiodon, as I said, is a hit or miss. Then we have Altaria. Altaria is a good Pokemon. It's been around since the beginning, of course. And yeah, it's one of those OG Pokemon that you see occasionally. You don't see it as much anymore, but still a really good Pokemon. One of the best flying types in this meta. And then we have Machamp, another good fighting type. Again, Medicham and Scrafty, in my opinion, going to be better. But Machamp, Shadow Machamp in specifically, going to be really solid. Then we have Shadow Alolan Marowak, and I do recommend the Shadow one if you happen to get it. You could try a Purified one with Return, actually. I hear that's actually pretty powerful, but to be honest, I didn't look at it. But you could use the Shadow one if you happen to have TM'd away Frustration. I did not, but if you happen to TM away Frustration, yes, you could use it with multiple different moves. Bone Club, Shadow Bone. You can go with Shadow Bone, Fire Blast, with Hex as the fast move. I have to wait for the Team Rocket event to TM away mine, but other than that, I do have them. Definitely evolve the Shadow Cubones to get it, though. Then we have Umbreon. Umbreon is such a tank. It's so good. It really is. Yeah, it's just so tanky. You've seen Umbreon before. I know you have. Don't lie to me. I know you have. Then for the other options, we have Vigoroth, a really good counter user. Yeah, I mean, you've seen this as well. I mean, a really good Pokemon, going to be doing well, of course, against those Steel types. It doesn't benefit from the same type attack bonus because it's a normal type. It's not a fighting type, but it's still really good. Then we have Diggersby, really fast with the Mud Shot, Earthquake, Fire Punch, XL. Definitely want an XL one, an XL Diggersby. It's really strong. Really tanky. And then we have Defense Deoxys. This is a good Pokemon. I feel like it's not as good as it once was because, I mean, there's so many ghost types that absolutely destroy it, like Trevenant, Sableye, Alolan Marowak, Umbreon, Cofagrigus. There's just so many. And you even see Double Ghost sometimes. In fact, I love Double Ghost. I've been running a Double Ghost team. We'll talk about that as we talk about the solid team options. But, yeah, so still good, but I feel like it's not as good. Probably better in the lead because I feel like the Sableye or the Ghost types, Dog types, whatever, are probably more in the back from my experience. But anyway, Cofagrigus is another Ghost type. Don't feel like it's as good as Sableye or Alolan Marowak, Shadow Alolan Marowak, but still really good. Then we have Mandibuzz, another Dog type, which also does well against Deoxys with the Foul Play or Dark Pulse. Although, to be fair, Deoxys with Thunderbolt can do well there. Skarmory, one of the best flying types. That Altaria, Mandibuzz, really good flying type Pokemon in the Great League. Lurantis, definitely really fast. I really like Lurantis. I personally have not tried one, but with Leaf Blade doing so much damage with Leaf Blade and Superpower, Lurantis is definitely a fun Pokemon. I like it as well. Another fighting type we have is Toxicroak. Again, still like Medicham and Scrafty over it, but Toxicroak is a good one. Empoleon is another Pokemon. Waterfall does so much damage. You know, it does well against Bastiodon, of course. Steel typing will do well against the flying types. It has Drill Peck for Arachnoid. It will be super effective. I imagine it destroys Arachnoid just because it really heavily resists all the moves. Even, because of the water typing, it even resists Bubble Beam. But I actually didn't look at the matchup, but I would imagine it does. So there's that. And then Alolan Ninetales. This could go with Powder Snow or Charm. Both are good. Golbat, another poison type, similar to it. Nidoqueen with this one has Wing Attack, and then Poison Fang, and then Shadow Ball, so really powerful. And then we have Venusaur, which is probably one of the best grass types in this meta. Of course, Trevenant is a thing, but yeah. So Those are the other options for you. Now we're going to move on to the solid team options. So we're taking a look at the first team, Arachnoid, with Registeel and Galarian Stunfisk. So Zionic made a similar video, but he used Steelix instead of Registeel. To be honest, I really like Registeel, so I like this team a lot. I think this team would do really well. Safe swap that Registeel. I mean, even if they bring in a fighter, I mean, it's like they're still going to have to shield the Zap Cannons, right? I mean, it's such a good Pokemon, and at least you lure out the fighting types. So, if you happen to lose the lead. But yeah, such a powerful team. I feel like this team would do really well. Next up, we have a team I've been using in the interlude season that's been going really well for me. I've been multiple 4-1s, multiple 5-0s. Such a great team. Registeel, Double Ghost. If you win the lead, great. If you lose the lead, safe swap into Sableye. They'll probably bring in an answer to Sableye. You still have another Ghost type later on in the back. You guys know I love the ABB teams. So this is a great team. Great meta Pokemon, nothing unique about it, meta Pokemon, but a great team nonetheless. And then we're moving on to a team that's been fairly common for several seasons. Sableye, Medicham, Registeel. Now, the team used to be Sableye, Medicham, and Bastiodon, but, I mean, Registeel with that boost to Zapcan, I feel like Registeel is better. But, yeah, it's just a powerful team. All around. I think Zionic featured this team, but again, with Bastiodon instead of Registeel. That was a while ago, though. Then we have another great team, Walrein, with Trevenant and Medicham. Walrein and Trevenant go really well together. Medicham, of course, really strong Pokemon, especially if you have the XL1. This is a great team. Yeah, it's just such a great team. But let's move on. We have Shadow Swampert or the regular Swampert with Skarmory and Sableye. So this is a standard team as well, a really popular one. I mean, Swampert and Skarmory go really well together, and you could use something else instead of Sableye. I like Sableye, to be honest, as a safe swap. Sableye is such a great Pokemon. You see multiple Sableyes on these teams, multiple Registeels, but yeah, great Pokemon. Next up, we have another popular team as well, Azumel with Trevenant and Galarian Stunfisk. So this is a team we have seen in the past. I've personally used this, not this season, like probably a couple seasons ago, or maybe last season, but it's you know, a good team. So these are all great teams. They're all meta teams, nothing unique. But let me know what you're gonna be using for the Open Great League. Are you going to be going with the new Arachnoid? Are you going to be sticking to whatever team you happen to use? Maybe you feel more comfortable with it. Are you going with Spice? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.